Hi, I'm Fred Claus, Fred Rushlow, promoting the Rushlow Family Christmas Display. And I'm here live with Jeremy and Josh Davis. And it's for the Rushlow Family Christmas Display.
The Other Side Media Group and 91X now present The Other Side Radio Show, a program about people who make a difference from all walks of life in Quinte and beyond. And now here are your hosts, Jeremy and Joshua Davis.
Hi, welcome again to The Other Side Live. I'm Jeremy T. Davis, and joining me behind the mic today, we have Uncle Fred Rushlow back in the house. Welcome back. 'Tis the season, Fred. And, we do get together more often than this, but this time of year we have to get together for this very important cause.
And yes, Jeremy, you are 100% right. We get together this time of year every year, and it's an important cause. And it's all a memory of my young lad, Aaron Rushlow, that we've been doing this for the 9th year. And I can't thank you guys enough for always having us on here every year. So I'd like to just say, well, it's Jeremy. You guys have been great over the years. Aaron appreciates it. We appreciate it. So this year we're going to do things for the Belleville Fireman's Toy Drive, the Food Bank, Alzheimer's Society. It all goes back into charity. And it's a big Rushlow Family Christmas Display at 89 South John Street.
Yes, you jumped right in there, Uncle Fred, but that's okay. You've done this a few times with us and Josh and others too. I just hope you're not going to take our job there. Anyway, yes, it's the annual Rushlow Family Christmas Display at 89 South John Street on the wharf. And yes, can you take us back to the beginning for people who might just be discovering this very worthwhile holiday tradition, and tell us why this was created, and we'll go from there, Uncle Fred.
Well, thank you, Jeremy. Yes, I can. I started it back in 2016 when we lost my young lad, Aaron. And we decided to do this tradition in memory of Aaron Rushlow and Christmas display. And it just got bigger and bigger, and we kept going. But it's all in memory of Aaron, and everything's going to go to a good cause. And we just couldn't stop. We just had to keep promoting it and showing it and doing it for the community, friends, family, and everybody out there in the community. And with you guys, with this, what doesn't happen without you Davis family being there.
Well, thank you, Uncle Fred. It's been our sincere pleasure. And, ever since you guys started this, and by the way, we call you Uncle Fred because we've been so close. You're our honorary uncle, if I can say that, and of course Aunt Margie and the family. Yes, we remember Aaron very, very well. Great friend of ours, great young man who served the community through the cadets, through all the endeavors. When we used to do the festivals it was Dewey's then, it's now McDowell's Independent, and that with the Other Side Media Group. When you tragically lost Aaron at such a young, he was so young and vibrant and such a young age. You wanted, out of that terrible tragedy, you wanted to find a way to keep his memory alive. And you and Margie and the entire team, with the family and the volunteers and the community, have certainly done that. And we've tried our very best every year through our Other Side Media Group initiatives, whether it's promoting it on the show, or one year we teamed up and did did things because we know that it's very important. How did you? I might have asked you this before, or Josh might have. He wanted to be here today, but he couldn't. Without going into too much detail, he's still recovering. He thanks everyone for their messages of support. He will be back on the show and on the air and out and about in the community in no time. But just keep those positive vibes going. But how did you and Margie find the strength to do this after losing him, after he was killed, and still has to have a very emotional toll? How do you find the strength to go on and do all this in his memory?
Well, Jeremy, that's a good hard question, but it's tough from the day one. You lose a young lad at 24 years of age, and he leaves some of his children behind, and it's just so hard that we go every day. We push on his birthday, Christmas time, Thanksgiving was his last meal that he had in holidays. And one time we had the community get together to help us as some of my decorations display was stolen from the Rushlow family Christmas. And the community got together to help me out, and we just went from there on our own and made it bigger and bigger. And it's all a memory of Aaron, so that's what gives us the strength, because we know that we're going to do it every year, and then he gives us the power and the push to do it every year, and that gives us strength. But it's also like the Davis family and the community and lots of good friends that are there to talk to try to cheer you up through some hard times and bad times. But the thing is, we got to keep pushing. We can't look back. People say things get easier. Well, yeah, they can say that, but going through it, it doesn't really any easier. And we just got to keep going forward every year and every day and think of Aaron.
Well, very wise words, Uncle Fred. And if I may just add this before we move on, there's always so much to say, so little time. But I just want to say, was there ever a point in your life after Aaron's passing? Because I know this is a different circumstance, but when someone loses a loved one, life doesn't feel the same. And was there ever a point where you felt that you were all alone, and it took a while to sort of dig yourself out of that despair? I only ask this because not only in a different way, our loved one wasn't killed, but our loved one passed away. Our father passed away from a devastating cancer, or effects from a devastating cancer. And, it's been, it will be a year next month, but, it's been very difficult and very few people around. So was there ever a point where you felt, I know it's a different circumstance, but where you felt very alone and isolated, and is that what spurred you on to do this? And is this what helped you out of that dark moment?
Jerry, you're right. There's always a lonely spot every day. My wife still has her little moments, her upset moments, like when there's things going on, like when he can't be with his kids, and we're having a turkey dinner. There's always an empty chair there. We know it's him, so it's lonely. But all we can do is just got to keep him in our hearts and hope he's still up there singing karaoke. And it got a bit tough after we lost my mom about a year after Aaron, on 2023 when I lost my mom. And then there was Aaron and my mom. I just kind of felt they got a lone spot, but knowing that she's up there with him, your dad's up there with him, and whatever they're doing they're having a good time looking down at us and singing, well, you guys have a great Christmas, and we're thinking about you and going to keep these angels and these cardinals up there for us because they're looking down at us every day. So we got to keep pushing forward to keep them happy.
Yes, and we've learned from all the lessons they gave to us, and in Aaron's case, all the teachings that he gave his young children, and so on. So a part of them always lives within us. So this very special annual holiday tradition in memory of Aaron Rushlow at 89 South John Street, the Rushlow Family Christmas. It kicks off with a very, very special launch night event on November the 22nd. And it kicks off, did you say it kicks off at 4:30? Oh, 4 p.m. till 7:30. Pardon me. And yes, it's for all ages. It's a beautiful walkthrough display. Every year you add something different. I remember one year we did the theme of, or you guys did the theme, and we helped. It was Christmas in Whoville. And that there's always Santa and Mrs. Claus and other visitors you're doing it for the food bank, Gleaner's Food Bank, the toy drive, and what's the third cause this year? Oh, the Alzheimer's Society. Very, very important, and any of those donations raised stays right here in our beautiful local community. And Josh and I know the importance of these causes. The Gleaners is always a cause that we try and help out at any of our events. We had a Christmas function for many, many years. We hope that it will return in an upcoming holiday season. Things have got, time has got a little tight, so we may not have the traditional event, but we're looking at other events in the new year. Stay tuned for that. Thank you for the continued support. And again, Fred, anytime you want to be on this show, and anytime, we're here for you and the family and the people of this community. We want to serve. Now, Fred, can you give us a little sneak peek of some of the additions this year to the main event, the main attraction, your beautiful display?
Well, I sure can, mister. Ho, ho, ho. This year we added some new additions to the Rushlow display, and we have a theme this year with Mary and Joseph and the camel in there, and then we got a sleigh with lights on it, and we got lights around the deck this year, and then we got some other different characters, and we're going to be giving the kids popcorn, which is going to be the first time, and there's Christmas music, a little more this year than last few times, but there is a few more display. There's a Charlie Brown, Lucy, and all of them will be out there, and a Snoopy in the mailbox, and Visit from Santa and Mrs. Claus, and a few other Christmas holiday characters will be outside too, and it's just going to be, it just gets bigger and bigger every year, and like I said, there's more additions. You have to come and see it. You hear what I'm saying? You come and see it. You can see for yourself at night when it's lit up. I'm sure you'll be pretty happy.
Yes, it will be on every Friday and Saturday night right up until Christmas. And that's at 89 South John Street. And if we have inclement weather or bad weather, then we will, or you guys will be out there Sunday. Josh and I and the family hope to get down many times. We just love it. We just look forward to it. Not only do we love the display, but it's about bringing the community together, even one person at a time, and helping out the great causes where you can. And every year there's an additional cause. And as I said, through everything that we've done with the Other Side Media Group, we try and do that. But there's a great need this year for food banks across the country. Every little bit helps. It's free admission, but a non-perishable food item. If you can bring it with you, each person of the group, that would be great. If you can't, we understand. Come and enjoy. Open your hearts, your mind. Listen, my brother couldn't be on this annual broadcast about the event. As I said, he's getting better. But just what I want to do before we run out of time, I'm hoping to include his song that he released last holiday season, and it's inspired by his poem, Old Time Christmas. So I'm hoping to include that at the end of the broadcast, so stay tuned. He wrote it, and then he arranged the music the way he wanted. He doesn't sing it, but he wrote it and arranged the music. It's Old Time Christmas. It's not a long song, but it's a great, short little ditty, if you will. Perfect for the holiday season. So Fred, looking back over, you said this is the 9th annual Rushlow Family Christmas Display. So looking back, what is your favorite memory of this event and why? And we'll go from there.
Well, Jerry, that's a good one. And I'll tell you what it is. I know it's a memory of Aaron, but to me is seeing these little kids come up, see Santa Claus and Mrs. Claus, smile on their face, get some popcorn, get a candy cane, get a picture taken with Santa Claus, and sit down and listen to the kid when they would say what they want for Christmas. And then people come up to me for the last few years, these kids, I see them come around when they're maybe 3 years old, and then they come up to me 4 years later and say, "Do you remember me?" Well, I don't think I remember. Well, I remember you. Remember, I come here all the time. So I'm seeing kids growing up from 3 years old to 7, 8 years old, because this is the 9th year. But to me, it's all about the kids. To see a kid walk with a smile on his face, be happy, and remember where he was to get his popcorn and see a nice display, see Santa Claus and Mrs. Claus. And, to me, it's all about the kids and Christmas music and the candy canes, and the kids are happy.
Absolutely, and we couldn't agree more. When we teamed up with you the one year, that's the joy that it puts in your heart. And when we did the snowflake festivals and the dinners and all the concerts over the year, that is the driving force. You want to help out the causes, but you want to bring the spirit of community. You want to, and together you're making a difference together, even just by igniting the spirit in the hearts and minds of so many. I do want to say, I want to remind people that the exact times, I want to remind people how they can help. I also do want to mention, if this is not putting you on the spot, we were talking a little bit before we went to air today. And Uncle Fred, you for one, and the whole family, and this whole community, the outpouring of messages on social media, we don't always see everybody as much as we'd like. They've said fond memories and things about remembering Dad and the whole family. Mom and Dad have been quite a team in the family over the years, and I don't want to give anything away, but Dad, for many years at Christmas was his favorite time. He was Santa's little helper in many ways, as you know. And you said you were thinking of a way. This is for Aaron, but you were thinking of a way that we could maybe have something that said in memory or a dedication to him too, or just. Yeah, I don't want to put you on the spot, but can you just say a memory or something or comment on what Dad meant to you and a little bit about that, like you said, about maybe doing something just to dedicate, because Dad he wanted to be everywhere. He intended to be everywhere. He intended not to go anywhere. But we don't have a say when we're called home. So, okay. So take it away, Uncle Fred.
Hi, Jerry. That was good thought, because I got to go back in the times when I remember one time when before we started the display. How many times your dad would be at the Belleville Santa Claus Parade, seeing Aaron in there march with the Sea Cadets, the Air Cadets. And, it was every time we were done, we'd always come back to my place. And there was one time I remember, which is a bad long back memory, was when Santa Claus was there, which you knew who he was. Well, that ho we always had. And Mrs. Claus was there. And when he asked Aaron what he wanted for Christmas, he almost wanted everything. And Santa was pretty nice with Aaron, but I would have to say your dad was like a grandfather to Aaron and your mom. They were great with Aaron. They gave him whatever he wanted. And we couldn't ask for any more than knowing that they're together today up there doing the same thing as we're going to be doing, but they're going to have a lot more fun and cheer around and look down at us being cold and shaken. And that touches the heart, buddy, because they were just like grandparents to Aaron.
Well, that's so nice to say, and it was a nice thought that you said you wouldn't mind putting his name on one of the areas of the display, just so that because I think at the end of the day we just don't want to be forgotten, right? So. I'm not trying to put you on the spot. I hope you didn't mind me mentioning that, Fred. Anyway, I wanted to say very quickly, because we're probably running out of time, can you just remind people the regular dates and times, and we'll go from there. And it's 89 South John Street. It's the 9th annual Rushlow Family Christmas display in memory of Aaron Rushlow. And, of course, we remember Aunt Betty Rushlow. She was always there with her antler ears on, and it's just great. She was like an aunt to us. That's why she's our honorary aunt too. So we love you all. We love this community. We will do more. The best is yet to come. Thank you. This has been The Other Side Live, and we will end off with Old Time Christmas, a song that was arranged and inspired from J.R. Davis's poem. And we will see you next week. God bless. Thank you for joining me today, Uncle Fred. It's been a pleasure, and we'll get together soon. We're on location at the Boathouse Restaurant on the wharf. Get down here. It's a great spot, and all the very best. Thank you for hosting us. I'm Jeremy T. Davis. We'll see you next week. But tell them the contact information and the dates and times, and we'll go from there.
Well, Jerry, the times and that for the Rushlow Family Christmas display down on the wharf, I got to say that I'm a regular wharf rat for all my life. And we are at the Boathouse here in Belleville. So people do got to come down and support the boathouse, support the Rushlow family Christmas display. And if it wouldn't have been for my wife, this really wouldn't happen. And because she'd been on there, through what up and down, sadness, happiness, and volunteers and great friends. But to kick off, the display is on the 22nd of November from 4 to 7:30. We're going to have a few other, some counselors down and a few other people down there that you got to come and meet and see. And then after that, it starts the 28th and 29th, every Friday and Saturday, right up to the 23rd of December, is when we donate the donations back to the food bank, the toy drive, and the Alzheimer's Society. And I'd like to see everybody down and out. And the Davis family has been great for doing this for us every year. So I'm going to say to everybody, for me and my wife and the whole crew and all my volunteers and helpers, have a very, very Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and stay safe. Hope to see you all. And donations are big or small. Thanks.
Well, thank you, Freddie Claus, and we appreciate that. And we look forward to Joshua rejoining us as soon as he can. Everybody wants you to get well, Josh. We love you. We love you all. And we will see you next week on The Other Side Live. Thanks for listening. Bye for now.
Snowflakes on the window pane. Looks like Christmas is coming once again. Toys piled high in the department store, while holly and mistletoe hang on your front door. These are some of the symbols of the season. It is with good reason. We celebrate with family and friends we adore. We sit around the kitchen table, singing, "Oh, come all you faithful," waiting for the festive dinner we're about to receive. On this night, the holy eve, may the Christmas tree light shine ever so bright, and this be the beginning of a New Year's delight. Old time Christmas. Snowflakes on the window pane. Looks like Christmas is coming once again. Toys piled high in the department store, while holly and mistletoe hang on your front door. These are some of the symbols of the season, and it is with good reason. We celebrate with family and friends we adore. We sit around the kitchen table, singing, "Oh, come all you faithful," waiting for the festive dinner we're about to receive. On this night, the holy eve, may the Christmas tree light shine ever so bright, and this be the beginning of a New Year's delight. Old time Christmas. Old time Christmas. Old time Christmas.
The Other Side Radio Show is a production of the Other Side Media Group in association with 91X. Copyright 2020, all rights reserved. Connect on Facebook at The Other Side Media Group, Instagram at Jeremy Tyler Davis, or on YouTube at Jeremy T. Davis, Belleville, Ontario for on-demand episodes and more. Tune in next time for another great episode of The Other Side Radio Show.